we're doing a service to the players, letting them rewatch their videos, hear our commentary over it, and see like how they could have played differently. So it just like adds extra value to the event every week. All right, so
Corey with the god tier start.
well, I mean, it could have technically been better, but yeah, this is ideal for him.
The god tier start would have been leading on Pendle Haven.
Yeah.
Ancient Stirrings. Gonna go dig. Aric holding up path. You don't want to update the life totals in a minute here because he shocked in on turn 1 to hold up path. Animation module. Oh no, punished. Does he have an opt in hand? If he has an opt in hand, this looks worse. Or this doesn't look as bad.
Nope.
No.
I don't know if they play opt anymore. Not that they're off of
That's fair.
Terminus. Why would they play opt?
I've seen some versions still run an opt or two. It's still a pretty reasonable cantrip. I won't say it's good, but it's pretty reasonable.
Do you know what the payout percentages are?
I don't. You could
I
ask
don't. I'm trying to
John.
understand. So, I don't really play enough to have any idea.
You could message John.
But I feel like the percentage has to be like pretty spread like thin in order for like this guy in chat to have only 36 credit for getting first at a 20-person event. Because if you have 120, if you have 20 people and it's 6 each, then it's $120, and then you'd have to divide it by like if you do like 30%, then you get $36. So, but 30% for first seems way too low, right? So I don't know if maybe I'm off with numbers somewhere, or he's doing something different. I have no idea. Anyway, Corey now has animation module and an opal.
Which one
Hardened skills.
hits animation module?
Okay.
That seems fair. That's the scariest
That's the
card
only
here.
actual threat in play.
Look, opt.
Okay, he does have opt. Sure.
Oh, no, we didn't start the timer.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to matter too much.
Really?
Well,
It came up last time.
It did, but
Also, I should know.
at worst, we just tell them, wait 2 minutes after the actual timer goes off.
Yeah.
And it's not a big deal.
I should tell you. Aric came up, was at the table first, and I asked him what for his sideboard, and he goes, "Don't worry, I don't think it'll matter too much. This matchup is pretty stupid in my favor."
Okay. It definitely did not appear that way earlier.
Well,
I'll say that.
Blue-white trade binder is a cut below blue-white control.
That's true.
I'm sorry. For a second, I zoned out because I thought I was hearing a mariachi band, and it turns out I think it's a commercial on the TVs that are mounted on the wall, the other side of the wall behind us.
Yeah, it probably is.
I was freaking out for a second. I thought a mariachi band was blowing up Game Storm, about to go crazy in here. I was ready to go jam with them, to be honest.
All right, so he's got this overseer with like nothing to back it up.
He has Blast Zone now, which is
That's just gonna get fielded ruined right here.
it should.
You play the maracas. No, I have not.
I have.
Yeah, I was about to say it wouldn't surprise me if you have.
No, I was a percussionist in high school, and occasionally I still play some things. Maracas is good.
Do you guys stream Fridays or Tuesdays? We stream
Fridays.
standard on Fridays, and this is our only other stream day.
Yeah, it's modern on Sundays. Tuesdays are not currently streamed. I don't think they will get streamed.
Yeah, there's no feasible way to get us like all out here again on Tuesdays for another day of streaming.
I mean, for what it's worth, I'm already out here, and Dustin's already out here. Frump is already out here.
Yeah, but then you'd have to ask me not to enter Modern again
Yeah, another day of the
for
week.
the second day of the week that I would have had the chance to enter Modern. This is an awkward spot where he needs his fourth land and he can't get it with Narset, so he just has to take a spell instead.
Dovin's Veto. Dovin's Cheeto, more like. Get it?
All right, so he took
Yikes.
the turn off there to. Did he not tap Overseer, by the way?
No.
Yeah, he definitely should have done that to at least make it a 2-2 or no, 3-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty big mistake. I don't know how he missed that.
I'd imagine an amount if it comes down to.
Do you play Modern? Yes. I play Hogak mainly, and
I'm a bit of a wacky guy. I play a few different decks right now.
Degenerate. Listen, I've been playing Bridgefind since Stitcher Supplier was printed, and I just happened to get a really good card printed for my deck recently. I'm not just gonna switch off of it just because it's degenerate.
Yeah, I think that's fair. My decks are Ponza, which I've been playing less recently, and then the deck I'm on more is what is it? Astral Drift, Abzan Astral Drift, grindy mid range.
See, this Teferi could be dead right now
Oh yeah,
if he had tapped the Overseer at the end step of Eric's.
yeah. For a second, I was trying to justify it with some sort of damage based removal, and then I remembered that
Yeah,
blue white doesn't play that.
Doesn't exist. There's an opt that might get you your land.
Perhaps. Is he gonna main phase it to try and get a land?
I
I would.
I don't know because then you run the risk of not being able to Field of Ruin, and he's going to be able to blow up your 3-drop soon with that Blast Zone if you don't Field of Ruin that.
Not this turn.
Not this turn, no.
So I think it's fine to take a turn off looking for a land. Bottom. It's second path. He has a path in hand already.
Yeah, he doesn't need that. What did he find there? Not a land, I think.
It's a white card. What is that white card?
Timely maybe? I can't tell.
Maybe. He has how many cards in hand?
Probably 7.
I thought that looked suspiciously like 8. Oh, end step. He puts counters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then he proliferates.
That should have been Field of Ruined. Where the hell are his lands? Yeah, I don't know. See, now like I was saying, he should have.
I didn't realize I forgot he had Throne of Geth, so he could proliferate the Blast Zone after doing it.
This is really bad for Eric now.
I would have agreed with Eric's line if not for the Throne of Geth, but now that I see that it existed, yeah, you pop it.
Yeah, absolutely. Destroy 3 of your permanents, get my animation module back. That seems very strong.
What is he about to do? Yeah, nothing. That's what I
Yeah, you
thought.
can't do anything about that.
He can still cast his sorcery speed cards as though they had flash, for what it's worth. He's not going to, but he might need to start playing Snapcasters just to block.
Hey, if this Overseer attacks in, he's gonna get him. Snapcaster and block it. Wait, no, there's a Pendlehaven in play. Never mind.
Got, idiot.
Nah, the Pendlehaven will prevent that.
Unless he, no. What is he doing pre-combat?
What?
Animate. Oh, he animates Inkmoth and then activates.
Sure.
Make a boy, servo boy.
Well, I mean, now the Field of Ruin has to target something else.
Yeah.
All right, path that. I feel like that probably should have happened earlier, huh?
Yeah, much sooner in this game. He's been holding on to that for a while.
His tokens are amazing. Yeah,
He's aware. He loves them.
He refuses to use the token. There's a box of tokens just like at like Wizards events right next to them with like every token. And he refuses to use them because he has his own tokens, and we don't complain because his tokens are great.
Mind you, I would complain about a lot of tokens.
Yeah.
Opt. Is this upkeep opt?
I don't know.
Don't like that.
I mean, he has another path.
Jeez.
He has another path.
How can he whiff this many times, bro?
Classic blue-white luck. I mean, I don't know. He's still in this game somehow, despite being stuck on 3 lands.
It's a good matchup.
All right, proliferate. Sack the servo. I don't know if I like going all in on this thing.
I am surprised that he did not Field of Ruin, the Inkmoth Nexus, and get a Plains, so he could hold up Path still.
Yeah, that seems like the more obvious play, right?
Well, he's just trying to get a land, because if he gets a land, he gets to do that too.
Sure.
What are the odds that he doesn't find a land for this long, right?
Yeah, especially when the opt lets you look at 2 cards. That's modern, unless you're missing a color source, you should be okay on 3, and it's just blue-white. That's true.
Yeah, it's true that you can live on 3. How did Inkmoth go to 3 counters?
Overseer put 2 counters on it from Hardened Scales.
Proliferate should have added 2 counters.
Yeah, he's missed it again. I think this time we should actually fix it.
Yeah, I have to stop him. I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's actually fix it this time instead of, oh, you've destroyed my microphone. I'm going to sue you. Yeah, this time we should definitely fix that. Hardened Scales does not put extra counters on lands.
It was a land at the time.
Yeah.
Hardened Scales only.
That is why it only has 3. And now he's got to burn this path on the Inkmoth Nexus. I don't like that
that's
either.
very important.
I don't like that either because now this Ballista gets to stick around. And
He has another path.
okay, I mean, yeah, he's never punished, I guess. Maybe now he'll, I don't know.
Knock in the deck. He wants it.
Is it too greedy to just take the infect damage and then next turn Field of Ruin and then path?
I think it is, to be honest.
He's got, what, 4 infect now? Doesn't he have another attention? Yeah, he does, actually. Sphere targeting Scales is pretty decent. So what does he do here? Does he just shoot him? Maybe proliferate first, and shoot him? Shoot him 4 times? Yeah.
Questionable using a Throne of Geth activation for an extra 2 damage. Or 3 damage, because Hardened Scales.
Yeah. He's at 11.
But Hardened Scales, no counter for it. His counters all require double colors.
Shoot twice is better so he can get a land. Maybe. That's like pretty marginal.
I don't think the land is that big of a deal to him, but it is worth noting that that was a potential line.
Here's a Ravager now.
That is huge. Of course, if Frump finds a land,
and keep in mind he could be up an extra path right now if he had
done that.
Used the Field of Ruin to take care of the Inkmoth, and then he'd have his 3rd path still.
Supreme Verdict is going to be extremely relevant if he draws a land. His mission briefing and Logic Knot. He's got a lot going on that he just can't do anything with.
Okay, he's going to do that.
Flash in a blocker.
I'm kind of surprised he did that. Oh, I guess it's because that's just lethal, right? He had to do that.
Yeah. He gets to activate Pendelhaven to keep it alive.
There it is.
We've done it. Perhaps too little, too late. I don't think so.
No, because this cleans up everything pretty nicely.
Go.
He needs to find a threat now. And there's one. It's good enough.
Snapcaster Path.
Yep.
Actually, we're not going to see that because he gets to keep a servo.
And then he can move all the counters to the servo, too, with the throne.
Detention Sphere on Hardened scales, I think, has got to be a part of this play.
I mean, so ideally he'd set up a turn where he can both Snap Path and Detention Sphere, but I don't think... I mean, he's a land off from doing that, and he doesn't have a land in hand, so... He can Mission Briefing Path.
I think Snap Path instead.
Yeah, this way he has a blocker left over. This seems good.
Go to blockers first.
Mm-hmm. Let him do whatever and just have Path able to be cast. I think it's probably more correct to
Block the servo.
block the servo. That way it like guaranteed dies if he does nothing, and then
Path.
after blocks Path the worker, right?
Yeah.
That way if he moves everything over, you can just like Mission Briefing Path the servo.
Damage. Now he'll Path worker anyways.
Yeah, see, like he didn't force him to do anything with that block.
No, he prevented him from doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because now he gets to move a bunch of counters over. The servo was unblocked.
He's going to make another servo, too.
Yeah. Now he gets to sack this.
Move 6 counters over. They become 8 counters.
And then it adds 2 more. He goes to 1. Because the proliferate trigger, right? Still resolves afterwards?
I think this is post-damage. But, yes, the proliferate does happen still.
Oh, why is he doing this after damage?
Because Frump held up Path until after damage.
Oh, yeah. Land briefing on verdict would be huge here. Yeah, I assume that's what he's doing. If he
I could see him briefing in upkeep, choose Supreme Verdict to look for land, because he surveils first. He didn't. I think that might have been a better play. I don't want to act like it just was.
I mean, Sphere targeting servo is pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's basically the same thing, right? But more efficient.
Sure. I would have preferred to be able to save the Sphere for Hardened scales.
Yeah, that's very true, because now he just dies to Ballista. Right?
Not yet.
Not quite, but
Let's see.
very,
2.
very quickly if he can't deal with it.
Does it for 2. Smart. Logic
Logic
Knot's going to get him for...
I forgot he had that.
Yeah, he's going to get rid of basically a ton of stuff he doesn't care about. Not all of it. Probably like 6 cards.
Yeah, he's got plenty of stuff to exile to it.
5. Get rid of 1 for insurance. 6 cards.
Yep, and now he's got an empty board, but there are a lot of draws in Corey's deck that are threatening here. With the Hardened scales still
less
in play.
true with Narset available.
Yeah, that's true. There's a Cryptic.
And he's still got Mission Briefing up. Cryptic is basically just going to seal the game if he gets to cast it.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that Frump gets to go Mission Briefing, choose Path. If Corey lands anything relevant is pretty big.
Yep. Mimic. Not great here.
Yeah, especially since it doesn't make any counters on its own. I think Frump's going to wait for Corey to go for the module first.
Yep.
Because if he doesn't, Corey's going to get to make some boys. Going to get to put a little Gur token back into play.
Servo. Yep, that makes sense. Briefing Path. I'm surprised he's playing Mission Briefing. I haven't seen that card in a long time.
It's better when you've got like Logic Knot in your deck.
Mm-hmm. All right. I mean, he just has to find a threat here. And,
To be honest, he really doesn't even have to.
Well, I mean, he has to end the game eventually, but yes, you're right.
He has a lot of time to do it.
Mm-hmm. Is it a Teferi?
I honestly couldn't see.
Yeah, it is. That's good enough.
Draw, untap. What are we untapping? It's got to be the Hollowed Fountains. What's he holding up? Mana Leak.
That's not.
Not
that doesn't
even
really have text
close
here.
to good enough.
That's a second module. That's doesn't do anything here. He's got to find an actual threat.
Plus. Little Teferi. Jeez. This is where things start getting out of control. You got to play Little Tef, right?
You can play him and bounce your detention sphere back, and then get rid of the hardened scales.
I don't know if he'll do that.
Why not? The sphere has nothing under it.
I'm aware.
That's the obvious.
Well, the reason is because it taps you down so low, and he wants to hold up Cryptic still in case Corey draws a threat. Next turn, say he does that.
No, he could have still done that because the untap from Big Teferi.
Well, yeah, but he wouldn't be able to hold up Cryptic. He had 5, 1, 2, 3. He had 6 lands untapped, and he would have had to have tapped an extra 3. So he would have been at 3 lands untapped, one short of Cryptic. He can do it this turn and keep Cryptic up. That's what he's doing right now, is just playing as honest as he can, not trying to shortcut anything and cut corners, because if he does that, he runs the risk of Corey drawing Walking Ballista, say, and just ending the game instantly. New Narset. JTMS. Yeah. And again, he doesn't want to tap down too low.
Well, he doesn't have to now that he just has an actual win con and Big Teferi. Yep.
He has an actual win con and Big Teferi. He has Vendilion Click in hand. A lot going on. Yikes. Going into sideboards. Frump, I know personally, will bring in the Angels.
Yeah, they seem fine here. We saw them come in earlier against Lawrence. This is a much more traditional blue-white list, at least right now, compared to what Lawrence was doing. Same thing with the sideboard. This is pretty standard.
Can I just mention real quick how much I hate Frump?
Why?
You can't see it anymore, but in his deck box just a second ago, he had printed out tokens, and it was a 2/2 Flying Drake token, and it was some picture of the actual musician Drake.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't like that.
And it was
at
in
all.
black and white because he chose black and white on the printer.
I'm very unhappy with that. I would assume that was from when he was playing blue-white cycling in standard.
Yeah, probably. I just wanted to bring that up real quick. Frump, I don't know. Is Sorcerer Spyglass good here? Name Ravager. Name Walking Ballista.
It's got enough names. Overseer, animation module.
Yeah, there's a ton.
You got plenty of options if you want.
Animation module, probably one of the worst options, though. I will say that, because it doesn't hit the trigger.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It only hits the activated ability. So I think that's coming in. Rest in Pieces, probably. The Angels. He's got a fair amount.
Can name Kamoth Nexus.
Yeah. Yeah, Rest in Peace is very solid here. Corey.
I don't know that you want the Rest in Peace.
So before the match,
I guess it depends on what his main deck looks like.
He was bringing up how important he thinks Rest in Peace is. Oh, I saw at least one.
He brought in 2,
and I saw Timely's in there too. He's got a lot of good cards.
Mm-hmm.
The only cards that are not good are Dovin's Veto and Celestial Purge.
Is Blue White and any surgicals in the main? I don't think so.
I think a lot of lists are right now, but I don't think Aric is.
I can actually see. I don't remember the list that did the best out of all of them.
Oh, at the
yesterday
Mythic Championship. Corey, I think, is going to be bringing in the trophies. Huge for hitting planeswalkers and any hate cards. Nature's Claim, of course, doesn't want to get stonied, which it looks like Frump would have. Is Aric running in the main? I don't believe Aric is running any surgicals in the main.
So I'm scrolling through all of the lists from the thing yesterday, and I'd say about
Vivian.
half of them have main deck surgicals as a 2 of. Probably a little over half, honestly. Yeah, way over half.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I think Corey's sideboard is wrong.
What does that mean?
I think you are short a card, and the card is Karn.
Yeah, you're
Scion
right.
of Urza.
You're right.
I think he's bringing in the planeswalkers, Vivian plus Karn. I think he's bringing in trophies and Nature's Claim. And I think I could see Relic coming in.
And 2 rest in peace, 2 surgical on the side. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think right now surgical is better than rest in peace on average. But you need both, so makes sense. These lists are all on like the 1 of oust too, and 4 opt and everything. So I don't know. I guess there isn't a ton of. It's interesting. I wonder if these two have agreed to split, or if they're actually trying to. Is it worth splashing black and blue-white for Kaya's Guile? I doubt it. That card's neat, but I don't think it's like so good that you want to be putting a 3rd color in your deck. Because like Field of Ruin's very strong, and if you put black in your deck, you're giving up on some number of Field of Ruins, and then
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, like, is this the last round? Yes. Also, Plague Engineer. Yeah, you get. Aric had 1 surgical main a few weeks ago, but hated it. In this store's meta, I would agree. I would hate having a surgical in my main deck. In the actual modern meta game, I would think that you'd want to have 1 in your main deck. Splashing black for Unmoored Ego in the board. I don't know why you would do that. What matchup are you having so much trouble with that you think Unmoored Ego is going to help you as blue-white?
Bro, Escape Shift.
I
A deck you crush, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
Tron? What are you naming with it? You're just going to name a Tron land?
If you're fast enough, that's the problem. If you aren't fast enough, you name, what, Ugin? Karn? Something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that because on the draw you're just not gonna you're just gonna lose. Not saying it's good, which is why it's there. It's just what we talked about. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to be said about splashing black in this deck for a number of cards, and I think this deck definitely gains a lot from the fact that it gets to play a ton of basics, and that it's only 2 colors. And maybe there's some cards you want from other colors, but it's very hard to say that those cards, like their power, outweighs having to add a 3rd color to your deck.
Yeah. Frump with Sorcerer's Spyglass in hand.
Yep, I think we're naming Inkmoth Nexus here.
Yeah, this is definitely a name Inkmoth game.
There's a second one in his hand too. Yep, that's a pretty easy name.
Yeah, Hanger back a far less threatening activated ability.
Mm-hmm. Aric dropping down to 19. He has a Rest in Peace in hand too.
Jeez. Spyglass. Look
Chooses
at the
to play
hand.
Spyglass first.
The options, yeah.
Yep. Does
Right.
us the favor of pointing at the card that he's naming.
Frump,
so
write it down.
We don't need him to write it down. We know.
Frump, write it down.
We definitely know what he named. It should be very obvious looking at this board in his hand what he would have named.
Well, thanks to like Little Teferi, there's a very real chance he could end up like Field of Ruining those both away and bouncing Sorcerer's Spyglass and naming something else
Will
later.
Game Storm start Legacy tournaments ever? I believe they have a monthly Saturday Legacy event
Check.
of some sort. I would check the Facebook group.
Yeah, Game Storm Magic Group. Nature's Claim.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Because now he's taking 1+1 infect.
Yeah.
What's the easiest way to represent this? Probably like, they were representing it as like this, like one P at the Mythic Championship.
Bruh. You know that the Greek phi symbol is in Unicode.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm like 95% sure.
Yeah, Alt 232. See if it works. There's a good chance it won't work.
Yeah.
No, it didn't work. Wait, let me try this.
Try copy pasting it in there if you have to.
There we go.
Hey.
Well, does this font have it though? Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Wow. Called you out.
Yeah, you destroyed me.
Use lowercase phi. I hate lowercase phi because it just looks like a floppy little donger.
All right. So, what did he just play land go for his last turn? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Holding up mana leak in case his opponent does anything stupid.
All right. Well, 3 phi now, and 1 extra damage.
Flash and click end step.
Okay.
Take the ballista.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Get that out of here.
Get it out of here.
I don't like letting him draw another card, but Ballista is kind of brutal in this matchup. No 4th land? Oh, yeah, there's a 4th land. He has a Wrath in hand that he can't cast right now. He needs to start finding answers for these Inkmoth Nexus. Otherwise, he'll just keep taking poison.
Yeah. Jesus.
He gets a redraw.
Yep. Gosh.
To Llanowar Reborn.
What is that other card in hand?
Dismember, maybe? No.
No,
That wouldn't be
no.
in here.
He would have had to have boarded that in.
He can block one of these now.
Yeah, he will. Takes 4 real damage, goes up to 4/5. Is he not going to play that Citadel? Oh, no.
No, I guess it's just kind of hanging out there as if it was in his hand. I don't know if he's lost track of it or what.
Well, here's the thing. Oh, never mind. That's not going to happen. I was going to say, if he Wrathed here, get them in exile.
Yeah, they need to. This board state's a mess. Also, here's an uncastable Assassin's Trophy in his hand.
Well, what I was about to say a second ago is if Wrath of God comes up and he had the Darksteel Citadel in hand or in play already, he could let it resolve in response to triggers, activate Inkmoth, even though it's tapped, and then move all the counters. But neither of those ended up mattering.
I believe the weird-looking card in his hand is a Mox Opal Invocation or Invention.
Is it?
So not very helpful to him. He's going to take 4 more and go up to 5 infect. Yeah, there's a verdict, but you can't feel too happy about that. He's going to get 3 Thopters and then put a counter on one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he won't. There's a Rest in Peace in play. What am I talking about?
Yeah. Cleaned it up. Everything's in exile.
There's a second Wrath in his hand, too.
That's good.
Relic?
Relic looks pretty dumb here.
It's
a
nothing.
redraw.
Might as well cycle it.
Yeah. I love Frum's water jug.
I don't know anything about his water jug.
It's the big, giant, like, gallon of water you can buy that has the handle in it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he just uses the same old one
Yeah, why
and
not?
just refills it.
Why not? That's probably not. What's the that is poison counters.
Yeah, that's the. Looks just like the poison counter. How could you not tell?
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
Greek
it's probably not immediately obvious, to be fair, but
Yeah. Well, the Greek, I don't know. Greek symbol phi is what the Phyrexian symbol is.
mm-hmm.
That's what poison ended up being. Phi is why they're called Phyrexians, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, get with your lore, kiddos. That is Mox Opal for sure now. Now that I've gotten a better look at it.
It's timely path.
Jeez. Yeah, I think the play is timely.
You should die at 5 poison. You die at 10, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I don't like people living forever either, but I'm gonna be honest. Scale up exists now.
Yeah.
They look pretty dope. Excuse me, is he really gonna try to get away with those? I'm not gonna stop him, but those are not soldiers.
Yeah, those are suspect.
That's sus as
We
hell.
we allow Corey to use his tokens, but you can't just use mismatched SCG tokens like that.
Excuse
that aren't
me.
even the correct creature types.
One of them is cat soldier. The other two are both matching elementals.
Mm-hmm. All right. Path Inkmoth Nexus. That cleans up that pretty nicely.
No. Why are you leaving the elemental behind? I'm gonna kill you, Frump, you fool.
Yeah, he's.
Triple block.
Please assign damage to the elementals and not the cat soldier.
Please, Corey. For me. What would your mom and dad do, Corey, if they found out that you assigned damage to the cat warrior first? Cat soldier, my bad.
Trophy. Oh, you got him.
Gets
Now he gets his 2 Thopters. Yeah, they're trying to. Yeah, the trophy is not in fact exiled.
but rest in peace is.
Yes.
It's my favorite.
Man, he's got 2 mana up for Mana Leak now.
Corey.
Joke's on him.
Corey, what did I just say?
I'm extremely disappointed. What is he doing? He's getting tokens of some sort? What are these for? Oh, yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, rest in peace is gone.
He got Thopters.
Hashtag free Stoneforge Mystic.
What's the last card in his hand?
It's more and more questionable every day. It's
Oh,
the Mox
okay,
Opal still. I love Stoneforge Mystic. I want it to be legal. It becomes more and more questionable by the day. The idea of that card being legal sounds good, and then you realize that there are a fair amount of decks that will just get by with Batterskull, Sword of Fire and Ice, or Sword of Feast and Famine, and nothing else.
Oh, he attacked with the soldier. Now they're both at 19.
Wow, that was a big boy move.
Oh, Vivian got him. He put the Mana Leak down. Oh, they wouldn't have countered it anyway, but
Shields down.
let me tick down and find a creature card. I found a creature card.
May cast it as though it had flash, as long as it remains exiled.
You should just cast it now, right? Because he's tapped out.
No.
What do you mean no?
You don't know if Frump's going to cast this Wrath of God. It's very real. It's
yeah.
very real that he's got a Wrath effect here.
That's kind of unfortunate. Attack Vivian.
Vivian goes to 1.
Get him. Wow. Blown out completely.
A blowout of epic proportions.
He really just tried to throw that in front of it. Oh, wait, no. He would have sacked something to make it live.
Yeah. Give it vigilance and reach, bro. Give it vigilance and reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it get? It gets +1/+1, right? Or
The
something?
Are the Core 2020 promo packs being given out at this event? I don't know.
Not this.
Where,
Not at
where
this
are they
event.
giving them out? Just Fridays?
Fridays and Sunday night standard or Sunday morning standard showdown. They gave out 1 pack to the winner.
I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of that new system.
I would be a fan of that system if they gave out enough of them.
Mm-hmm.
They give out a really, really, really crappy amount.
Is this where we start swinging with Colonnade? Or oh, no, he has a Lyra.
Yeah.
And Wednesday standard. Oh, they do give them out there? Okay.
That's odd because that's SCG Game Night, which is the only non-Wizards affiliated event that they run.
So not for Modern Sunday. I think no Sunday and no Tuesday. So I think they only give them away for standard events. Which surprises me because standard is not very popular at this store at all. But at the same time, they have a pretty small number of.
Oh, he doesn't do Game Night anymore.
It's just Wednesday standard, and then they give out those to get people to show up instead of the SCG stuff. That makes sense. Can we DQ him for that token? I'm afraid we don't have the power to do that. There's a ballista for 3.
Cast as though it had flash.
Yeah.
Block.
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 Block. Yeah.
Okay.
Get that token out of here.
Nuked.
I mean, this ballista could get there.
At least slap him. Yikes.
I've heard that's not how many they are given. I've heard from other store owners that they're given much less than that.
I don't want to speak on what specifically GameStorm has gotten, as I don't know what GameStorm has gotten. I have not talked to John about this, but after seeing Reddit posts from other store owners on this issue, it would appear as though they get less.
I've
than
actually talked to other store owners, and they've told me that they get much less than that. Like something like I forget the numbers, but more than half of what you just threw up there.
less than half, I believe is what you meant.
Yeah, less than half.
Either way, I think 150 is still too light if that's supposed to last them till the next set drops.
WPM Premium or whatever the top level, I believe it was 136. Maybe.
I don't think John is WPN Premium, though. The premium level was very high standards, I believe. Not that John isn't a good store owner, but
I'd have to pull up what the guy I was talking to told me about how many they give out.
yeah. Either way, I still feel like that's a relatively low amount to be given.
It's meant to last you 12 weeks, right? So that's pretty low.
Yeah.
Even if that's the number.
But because think the old promos you used to give 1 to top 8. 1 each per top 8. If you did that 12 weeks in a row, you'd be out quick.
I don't know how he's ever beating this Lyra, by the way.
Trophy. Aric is not holding up counter magic, I believe. Although he is representing Cryptic, I don't think that's what is in his hand. I could be wrong. I've been paying a whole ton of attention to his hand. Metallic Mimic. Spell Snare. That's what he was holding up. Runs Mimic into Spell Snare. Watch this.
Now you get 10 packs a week to distribute.
Were they really only giving out 3 promos per FNM? I have not been able to attend an FNM since I started coming to GameStorm. I do things on Fridays now, but at other stores I went to, they would. That is an Opal, by the way. The stores I used to go to would give out something like 6,
Mm-hmm. Well,
6 plus.
Here's the thing. Maybe that's the case. That it was 2 to 3 Showdown packs per Showdown. But if you look at the numbers now, they're not giving out that much because they've consolidated Showdown packs and FNM promos into one pack.
Yeah.
And some stores have still kept both as events. And then they just kind of get stuck not having the same amount of like, stuff to give out that they used to.
I believe Corey just lost.
Corey just lost?
I think so.
They definitely look like they're shuffling up from their game. I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm pretty sure Corey just won.
I don't know how. He couldn't get around that Lyra.
He had Ravager and Ballista in play. Didn't he?
Oh, I didn't see the Ballista. I was too busy answering this question.
Yeah.
I also should mention that John does 3 FNMs a week. He has Draft, which gets them. Oh, what's that buzzing?
I have no idea what that buzzing noise is. That is probably
the mixer. Oh, it's gone.
okay. That only happens on this board. I think there's an issue with it.
3. He does 3 FNMs. He does Draft, which gets promos, Modern and Standard, which they all get promos. So that's
part of it. I guess
9 packs a week. Just an FNM. He used to give away 2 packs a week at Standard Showdown. Now it's 2.
Promos didn't usually go to Modern or Draft FNM. So are they doing that now, or?
That's really weird. All FNMs are supposed to get support.
I have no idea. I'm never here on Friday, so I have absolutely no clue how things have worked in the past or how they work now. I just know what I got at other stores, but I'm sure those were not.
Yeah, I've been to a few different stores now. I am aware that Wizards expects you to support all of the FNMs with the FNM promos, or it had expected that. Still, there's 3 events a week. Assuming FNMs get supported properly, that's 5 events a week, and you're supposed to distribute 10 a week. That's pretty unfair to only give them just to the winners, especially when it's.
It is up to the LGS to do it however they want. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call John out now because under this system, the way if he's only supporting standard FNM, that's his prerogative.
I'm only saying that I've heard a lot of store owners complain, and a lot of them have said that they've been put in a lose-lose situation where they have to like either not have as many events or pay out less for all of their events.
I'm gonna go let them know real quick that they have 4 minutes left in round still. Or 2 minutes, right? Because the clock's slightly behind. Sure.
This game definitely could end in the next 2 minutes.
I'm gonna go stop them when it says about 1 minute 40-ish.
All right, stirrings. I mean, he can find some quick kills here. That's not one of them.
It's a reasonable play here, though.
A Grafdigger's Cage.
Gets the counter, makes the servo.
I'm not going to cast Grafdigger's Cage, though, because I'd rather get my servo.
2 cards. And stepped opt. Keeps D-Sphere, I believe that was in hand. Oh, no, it's a Supreme Verdict. Timely reinforcements. think Frump's playing for a draw. Not that he's, happy to draw, but that's what his deck is doing
I
to
think
him.
Wizards definitely should have given out more promo packs, but it's tough to give them out for every event and also do them as random giveaways and stuff. Yeah, it's not. They haven't made it easy for the stores, and it's just not an easy thing to do in general. Like you can't. There's no way to make it fair.
Yeah, I won't pretend to know how to fix everything. Graph Diggers get Corey out of cards in hand. He's played all of them out. It's looking like Corey's gonna get to be turn 0. Yeah, I'm gonna go out and stop them in a second here.
The premium packs are going for like 50 to 60 on eBay. Yeah. I looked when that was originally announced and everything, and they were like, "Oh, this is what's in those packs." I was thinking like, "Oh, these are gonna be expensive." Like, if people just like hold on to them.
Timely. That should seal up a draw. If Frump has counter magic backup, then he's just sealed up a draw pretty easily.
Yeah. Because he's at 26 now, and like.
Float green, sack to throne, use the mana, activate, pay for module. I see Spell Snare. I think that might be his only counter. For what it's worth, a 2-mana spell is all he has to counter. There's not a single card that matters that doesn't cost 2.
Yeah, and snare means that Ballista doesn't help him, Ravager doesn't help him. Yep, this is over now. Swing with everything, block the big one.
Oh wait. That's not going to be enough to kill, but it is a mistake.
Yeah, not blocking all of them. Yeah, I don't know why.
Takes 10 and goes to like 16 or something. 11